Today I'm visiting two different thrift store chains here in Calgary to identify items that I think, in my opinion, are overpriced and won't sell, whether for personal use or for reselling. And I have to question, as someone who went to business school, the business model that these thrift stores have when they price items so high that they just won't sell. And in the case of Goodwill, it ends up at the Goodwill bins for pennies on the dollar. Thrift stores are, of course, running their own operations. They are absolutely free to charge whatever they want. I just am questioning the logic of it all when the items sit on the shelves for a long time, first of all, as inventory, and may never sell at all. Let's go in and check some prices. Item one I always see is usually English bone china dishes. Beautiful, but it seems no one wants them these days. So we have, I counted 7 bowls, 4 side plates, 5 dinner plates, 1 serving bowl, and 3 cups and saucers. Because they have it all priced separately, you can see $4.50 each, $3.50 each, $5.50 each. This set you're seeing here would be $103.50. I'm not sure who is going to spend that. And in case you think I'm just cherry picking one particular set, right beside that one, we have this one, which is a complete set of 8. I forgot to show you the back on the other set. It was made in England. This one here you can see, made in Romania. Set of 8, priced individually. This set, $132.50. Green tags not on sale. Category 2, that is oftentimes priced too high, certainly for resale, and maybe for many people even for personal use. Designer, quote unquote, handbags, $45.50. Looks to be in fairly good condition at least, but I'll look it up on eBay, see what it goes for. Another item can be shoes. You can see these here are marked at $18.50. Some pretty nasty damage. Pretty good shape, we'll see. I'm just gonna call this next one generically linens. Not always, but as an example, this here pillow, which, hey, is kind of cool looking, this braided effect, but has a big rip. It's not a zipper opening, and I don't see any kind of branding on it, and it's a used pillow, and they're asking $12.50. What do you think? Seems high to me. I don't come here too often, even though it's actually pretty close to my house, because generally I find Value Village prices to be quite high. Lots of times people have coupons, 20% off, but even so, it's a pricey store. This entire section, in my opinion, is quite overpriced. I'll show you a few examples. Giraffe for $10, no markings. Some sort of porcelain figurine, maybe vintage, no markings, $12.99. Sort of rough looking. Austin sculpture, $6.99. Newer, I think, with that barcode. Something like this, very sort of cheap, light in the hand, $3.99. Now here's another example. Interesting, sort of maybe modern sculptures, but $12.99 each. Wow. We all know vases are plentiful in thrift stores. I'm gonna call them out on some of this pricing. $7.99, plain glass, large, but $9.99. $3.99, not bad. $8.99, $5.99. Pretty pricey for fairly standard fare vases. And a few more examples in the non-glass variety. $7.99, $7.99, $7.99, common price. $10.99 for this one. $9.99. Again, I'm not saying that this may not be worth it if, you know, this is something you need for personal use, or maybe there's some gem in here, but generally speaking, priced up pretty high for quick sale. Couple more, $13.99, $19.99. Any surprises here? Oh, $5.99, not so bad. Fine glass and crystal. Quite a variety of stuff in here, from just a glass pitcher. It's very heavy, I'll give you that, but I don't think it's anything particularly, at least based on my very limited knowledge. It's not crystal. This is the interesting conundrum here. A lot of things are priced as if they're crystal, and they're not. You know, you've got this really light. Then you have this really heavy, but priced accordingly, $24.99. Might have to look that up just out of curiosity. You've got this one, light. You've got a candy dish, 2 pieces. Now that is really heavy. That is crystal, but you know, maybe a good deal for $7.99. Pricing everything as if it's fine crystal. Not in my world. Okay, I saw this item and just had to make up another category. I'm gonna call it dollar store items. So pretty sure Greenbrier International is Dollar Tree. And so you know what that means. This would have been $1.25, and it is $3.99, and it's plastic. Overpriced? Absolutely, in my opinion. This one might deserve its own category as well, and that's Starbucks cups, tumblers, travel. I looked this one up, so they want $8. I looked it up, there's 3 listed. It's a 2018 Valentine's Day. On eBay, it's listed for $20 to $27. There's 3, but none sold. So for resale, that's a no, too high price. Personal use, if you love it, sure. Okay, I had to throw this one in for humor. What is not overpriced are these soda water fountains. $6.99, $6.99, $6.99. You can see, $6.99. What's that telling us? Everybody has one of these and nobody's using it? If they work, boy, they sell these for a lot more than that in the home stores. In this store, I'm gonna say books. Look at the shelves. So many books. Let's see. Idiot's Guide to Starting Your Own Business. How much is this book? $8. Used books, people. But perhaps I should have read this before I got a storage unit full of thrifted treasures that aren't listed on eBay. Little joke at my own expense. Let's just randomly pick one. World War I poetry, $9.99. Super old encyclopedia, $7.99. $3.49, not bad. Let's see, hardcover, I'm scared to look. $6.99, $5.49. Used books. Considering the volume of books they have here, makes me think they're not selling too many at these prices. And what do we think of games and puzzles? There's lots here, and I bet they would be super fun. But how do you know they have all the pieces? Looks like they're going for around $5, $6, $8. And then we have puzzles, 1,000 piece. I don't think it comes with a guarantee for $7 that you've got all 1,000 pieces. So that's a bit tricky, not sealed. I don't do a lot of clothing. Just as an example, so these are men's swim trunks. I think this section is size medium. So $12.29, $10.49. Those are Abercrombie. $10.49, $9.79. Are you getting the idea here? Most of them are over $10. $17.99. I mean, what have we here? Interesting pair of shorts, but I'm not seeing branding. No tag. Maybe somebody recognizes this, but again, no branding. So why $18? Swim shorts, used swim trunks. Seems a little on the pricey side if you ask me. All right, another men's clothing category. Just so you don't think I'm cherry picking a particular item like swim trunks. These are long sleeve shirts. We are coming into summer, so it is not the season for long sleeves. 16 for Eddie Bauer, 18 Van Heusen, 18 Le Chateau. These are just, in my opinion, overall, like Le Chateau is a mall brand. Nothing particularly designer or otherwise. Untuckit, okay, good brand, but $18.49, ouch. And they don't have 50% off sales here. The best you can do is a 20% off coupon for donating. So when you're looking at, you know, $15, $20 for a shirt on average here, Tommy Hilfiger, $18.49, really on the expensive side. Cherokee, I think, is sold department store, maybe. Pretty pricey as far as these shirts are going. Okay, you know I'm not in here and ignoring everything I see, right? Even though I'm making this video and I'm not supposed to be buying very much. This is a hat that just, the color caught my eye. I mean, how fun is that for a summer hat? So it is Wallaroo Hat Company, Victoria two-toned. So I looked it up on eBay, and there are, I think, 70 listed or something in that ballpark. 141 sold. So that is a 200% sell-through rate. Even though I'm not thrilled about this price of $7.49, they're selling for $30 to $40. So that's a real quick flip for a decent little profit. So we will be taking this one item home. My little mini haul for today, when, you know, I'm not really supposed to be thrifting, but I am in a thrift store, are the hat that you saw. And I did get a coupon. They were kind enough to even just give me one. So I paid, I think, $6.50 or something like that with the tax. And then at the first store, at the Goodwill, I found this gem, an Ed Hardy duffel bag. So you can see here, it's got this tiger and this skull. I will throw up a comp. I paid $8 for this. And I think I can sell it for maybe 70, 80, something like that. So a couple of little decent profit finds in between my investigative thrifting journalism. So what's my lesson for today? I don't know if it's really as much a lesson as it is an observation. First off, I just want to say, again, I'm not bashing on thrift stores. Thrift stores can do whatever they want. I just do question the business model of overpricing goods that then sit on shelves for weeks, possibly months, and maybe don't sell at all. You do you, thrift stores. But what it does mean for those of us as individual shoppers, whether you're looking for personal items or shopping for resale, is you do have to dig to find the gems. You have to kind of know your prices. You have to know, particularly in the reselling world, how much the resale value actually is before you pay up for an item. Not to say it's not always worth it, but you just have to be careful of your profit margins and so on. And then, you know, I would say for those of us who are shopping also for personal use, again, if you're getting a deal compared to the retail price, go for it. We always like to get a better deal, but it's just about sort of knowing your price and, you know, deciding for yourself whether an item is really worth what they're asking or if you should just be leaving it behind. Thank you always for watching. And again, our channel has grown tremendously in only these few short weeks. And I have all of you to thank from the bottom of my heart for the support that you've given in the comments and by watching the videos and for subscribing. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, hit that little button, subscribe, and I'll be back at you again in a few days with another new video. Bye.